the Treasury Department intends to pursue a relentless warfare against the despicable, dope-peddling vulture who preys on the weakness of his fellow man.
Then you know you're talking to that reefer man. Reefer man. Have you ever met that funny reefer man? Reefer man. Oh, that funny, funny, funny reefer man. Reefer man. If he trades you dimes for nickels, he says watermelons are pickles. You know you're talking to that reefer man. Reefer man. Or have you ever met that funny reefer man? Reefer man. Oh, that funny, funny, funny reefer man. Reefer man. He smokes a reefer, he gets high, then he flies to the sky. That funny, funny, funny reefer man.
Really, you will. And just take a puff of it.
You know, they've asked me to come in here and talk about smoking. Well, I tell you what, as an evangelist, it's been years since I've been in a tent revival like this. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm going to talk to you today about the First Church of the Holy Smoke. Yes, sir, I'm the Reverend Beacus T. Beaton, and I have been at the First Church of the Holy Smokes for years now because it dawned on me that there were millions of people who were not being reached by mainstream religion because they were smokers. They were discouraged from coming in because there was, we encourage them to come on in. Come on in, whether it is a cinder, an ashtray, a butt, a faggot, a smoky cig, or whatever you got to smoke, bring it on in. There are people who will tell you that I'm misguided. Well, if they were students of the Good Book, they would know that the Good Book mentions cigarette smoking. Yes, it does. It mentions Ruth lit upon a camel. Here's some good TV evangelism humor. I'm telling you, bring it on in, because at our church, we don't have a crystal cathedral. No, sir, we have crystal ashtrays, and we have crystal fonts. And during the service, we encourage you to smoke, because we're going to use those offering plates to pass around and let you put your cigarette ashes right in there. So bring your ashes in, sit your ashes down to the First Church of the Holy Smoke. In fact, if you are partakers of something called an herbal weed, which I've not ever used before, let's see. Holy smoke, that's a good one. Yes, sir, bring it on into the First Church of the Holy Smoke. Come on in to see me.
Be seated. I am here today to talk to you about the new smoke-free military policy. This new policy consists of this. You can no longer smoke, you can no longer chew, and you can no longer dip. Now, what I find really funny about this new policy is it has been sent down to us by people that's never been in battle. They've never been in a foxhole with bullets flying over their heads when the only thing you need at that time is ammunition and a cigarette. And also, the same people that sent this policy down, I find it highly ironic that the biggest scandal that they had involved tobacco. Now, this policy has been set down by our commander-in-chief, and we will follow orders, because that's what we do. We are soldiers. So now, I want you all to get up, go to your post, and do your duty. You are now dismissed.
No wonder it's pretty. They're 20 years old. Jesus, I can't even see to get that. Oh my God, these are so good. Oh, these cookies. I gotta get on this thing that's on here. Everybody is, especially that bum. Oh my God, I think that bum sent me with that text. This little stupid smiley face. Alright, leave me the hell, spelled hell, H-O-L-L-E, okay, that works, alone. Okay, go. Can it go? Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's hot in here. Cookies and lemonade vodka. That works for me. Stop it. Stop. telling you, it is hot. Okay. I really give that a little enough. Not too much.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him.
You know, I get a lot of folks in here asking me how they can quit smoking, how they can kick the habit. That's an interesting word, habit. Well, if you've smoked for 20 or 30 years, what's the point? I mean, you've already signed away 10, 20, 25 years of your life, right? So why bother with any of these so-called anti-smoking fixes? Why not just get right to it and enjoy your remaining years with a cigarette that will speed up the process, so to speak? That's why I recommend Strikers, a cigarette that will guarantee you that you stay on course with your destiny. Strikers, a cigarette that will leave no doubt about its effectiveness. It's not loaded with fancy filters and papers that take away the pleasure of a good old nicotine jolt, if you know what I mean. Try my favorite brand, Strikers, a cigarette for folks who just don't give a damn anymore. So strike first with Strikers.
I'm a fella with a heart of gold, with the ways of a gentleman, I've been told, the kind of a fella that wouldn't even harm a flea. But if me and a certain character met, that guy that invented the cigarette, I'd murder that son of a gun in the first degree. It ain't cause I don't smoke myself, I don't reckon they hinder your health. I've smoked them all my life, and I ain't dead yet. But nicotine slaves are all the same at a petting party or a poker game. Everything's gotta stop while they smoke a cigarette.
Stop that cigarette. Pop it if you smoke the
Tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate that you hates to make him wait, but you've just gotta have another cigarette.